Hi, my name's Joey, and welcome to my Yap channel. Got my main channel and stuff linked in the pinned comment and the description and stuff if you want to check it out. This is gonna be a quick one, right? So, why does it seem like so many people take like personal issue whenever you try and walk while you talk? Does that make sense? So, when I say walk while you talk, what I mean is multitasking. Maybe a better way to put it is, why is it that it seems like there are so many people out there that don't consider working together to be quality time, whether you're working on the same thing or working on different things or whatever. In other words, if, let's say I'm one of these people, if we're going to spend some time together, then I would like to have your undivided attention, right? But to me, it also seems a bit myopic sometimes, because personally, I tend to be able to give my attention in the most undivided way whenever I am multitasking. If I sit down and I watch a movie and it's just me watching the movie, I will totally zone out for half the movie. If you sit me down to watch a movie and I have something to fidget with and I have something to write on while I'm watching the movie, I'll retain the whole damn thing. And the things that I have written by the end of the movie will probably have nothing to do with the movie, but just having the space to kind of passively process some of what I'm seeing as I'm seeing it, I'm able to devote way more of my attention to that thing than not. So I'm not able to find it. I think it might be called the doodling effect or something like that, or at least that's maybe what it was come up with in more recent times. But I remember it was Dr. Thad Starner was giving a talk at Google about some of the stuff that he was doing, and he found that participants in this one study where they were basically given like a task to perform that required just a little bit of cognitive load. And he found that people who were given a second very easy task to performed much better. They performed faster and had better, higher quality results versus people who were not given a secondary task to complete, or were not given something else to kind of focus on while they were completing this task. What he surmised was that people essentially got bored, and that boredom had a negative impact on their cognitive abilities during this test. When I was Googling it, the only thing I was able to come up with is the doodling effect, but I'm assuming that is a newer name for the same kind of thing, because definitely the thing that I'm referring to happened much earlier than 2009 applied cognitive psychology paper that did that thing. There's been multiple things that kind of show that. Anyway, best relationships, my deepest relationships are with the people who realize that my undivided attention is probably not my best attention, and that my best attention is probably when my attention is split. Is that something that I feel I need to change? Maybe if it's detrimental to our relationships or the people that are closest with me, then yeah, I think I'd like to change that, or I'd like to be able to change that. But on the flip side, there are other people in my life because they're very similar in that way, that we have those relationships because we know that we can just do things together. We can do the same thing together, or we can do different things together. But like, we know that working on things together or in the same space, or just occupying a little bit of each other's attention, is some of the best attention that we can give. But like, some of my deepest relationships are with people who understand or feel as though working on something simultaneously, that can be quality time. Maybe that doesn't tick the box for everybody, but I don't know. I think all I'm trying to do is, one, I'm trying to tell you all about this in myself. So there are a lot of tasks. There's a lot of stuff that I do that I wish I could do with other people, that I wish I could do with the people that I'm close with. That includes like some of the folks in the community. So like, I don't want to name any names, but like, there's a content creator that I really like, and like, her community is cool as hell, and she's got a work channel in her Discord server where like she'll go work on something and people will like hang out, and it's just a chill hangout while you work on stuff. That's time that you get to spend with people, with the people that you're close with even. But I don't know, I feel like I wish I could do that, but also I don't know, I feel like I don't want to upset somebody who I might give the impression that I'm there to give them my undivided attention. Maybe I need to set up expectations. Maybe that's just a thing that needs communication. Okay, cool. I'm glad we had this talk. I'm glad I could talk through this a little bit, because I think it's just a matter of setting expectations. Saying like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this thing. If you want to hang out, you can totally hang out, but I'm still gonna be doing this thing. But that doesn't address the issues with personal relationships in meat space. You know what I mean? My family is very much like that. Some of my family is very much like that. Like, if you're on your phone, then you are not doing family stuff. Some of my family does understand that. Like, yeah, if you check Discord while you're doing something, that doesn't mean that you're just opting out of family stuff entirely. I've got friendships and other relationships too that I don't know how to reconcile that. I try to have a conversation about it, and it ultimately just comes down to this difference in understanding. You could totally be two people on a couch, both of you on your phones, and you could totally be talking about something, and that could totally be quality time. And then someone else might see that as like two people occupying the same space that are trying to avoid each other, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's not that black and white, but I think maybe that's another part of what I'm trying to figure out the words to communicate here. This is definitely one of the more like video diary type videos. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to me yap. I hope this was, I don't know. I hope this was thought-provoking. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't going to be thought-provoking for anybody. Maybe it is just me yapping to myself. If so, I guess that's valid. I'll watch it. 100% I'll watch it. Anyway, I'm going. My name's Joey. I'd like to see you on the stream or in the Discord. Maybe we can hang out in the Discord while I'm working on some stuff. That'd be cool. Anyway, I'm going. Bye.